Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Wednesday, October the 3rd, and this is the market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, GLD, SLV, and all the rest. Alright, so I've been talking about this little consolidation, bear wedge thing, and just waiting for the breakdown. And sadly enough, today there just isn't too much to report. Today was not the day. No breakout, no breakdown. So it's going to be very quick. We're still just playing a waiting game. Today, indecision candle up barely 12 points on the Dow. There's just nothing really to see here until it plays out. We do have the 14-day RSI moving average leveling out high. And we are seeing more movement up top on the fast stochastic, looking for a secondary reset, and everything else just taking its time, going sideways, slightly down. I mean, MACD histogram, this is just a jumbled mess. There isn't anything to see. It's just as simple as that. It's going to be the same way on just about everything. So, to take a better look at today, we had the ramp up in the morning, went, fell back down, came back up. Very small range. There just isn't anything going here. 60-minute time frame is a little more bearish biased, certainly than the daily. You have the histogram, conking out. You have the 14-day RSI moving average moving down ultra slowly, down on the stochastics, down on the RSI, and barely up on the CCI. This is just a sleeper until something comes along to finally break us out of what's going on. SPX is going to be the same, so no real need to rehash. You can see the bearish ascending wedge. And everything else is the same. We're doing the secondary reset. It's actually more visible on SPX than it is on the Dow, with both of the stochastics ascending to meet the 14-day RSI moving average, which is down ticking, going up with the CCI, going up with the MACD histogram. MACD and RSI still clicking down, but this is just waiting. And I know that normally you come down, you hit the long-term moving average bar, you bounce off. That's considered very bullish. And it could end up being that way, but for the moment, I mean, there is just no, this is not trustworthy. So, just waiting. Moving on to the VIX, just going to breeze on through this. It's falling out of the long-term moving average bar slightly. Long-term moving average bar is taking damage. We've been noting the 14-day RSI moving average and its slide all this time, so this movement is not a big deal. All that matters is that it's able to do some damage so that when the time does come, it can slice right on through it. And beyond that, secondary reset underway, CCI moving down, fast stochastic moving down, MACD histogram moving down. Actually, that's moving in accordance with the 14-day RSI moving average. So, it's just a waiting game. That's just all there is to it. Big spinning top. What can you say? TNA, anything different? Nope. It's not. It actually is a little bit weaker, but there's just nothing to see here. UUP, only going to do a couple more, and that'll be it for tonight since there is nothing. And this one actually still has some interesting stuff to it in that you have this level right here, bonked into it once, twice, and now 3 times. If we're able to stay up, we'll be able to break through it, and that will be bearish for the market. You have most things still trekking on up very slowly. 14-day RSI moving average just getting underway. I don't know if we're going to have a secondary reset here before we have a breakout. It kind of seems like not. But I'm not going to just take it for granted. So this definitely in the daily more bullish than bearish, and which is bearish for the overall market, which we're just waiting on. So this is interesting. This is good. Going on to USO oil. Wow. You know, the market should have been down huge today, and it was barely up. Doesn't make any sense. Something is lying. And look where it went to. Right here, where it's crapped out a couple of times in the past. Right into that vicinity anyway, not to the exact low. So, should it find a helping hand here? It should. But, yeah, it's pretty darn impressive. Have a little bit of a bottoming area in the heat map, a little blip. But everything else is pointing down. Definitely looks bearish. Just we'll see if it gets caught or not. If it does get caught, that's an excuse for the market to bounce. So yeah, UUP looks good for the bears, and USO looks good for the bulls potentially. So very interesting. Once again, waiting game. GLD, there's nothing to see here. You can see everything is high, trying to roll over. And it is just attempting to hang out, not even doing, not closing green, not attempting the previous recent high, nothing. So there's nothing really to see. GE looking for a tell on the Dow. No new recent high today. It was still extremely strong. Hanging man near the top of a range, but not at the top of a range. And everything pretty darn high, waiting for a sign of a rollover. We don't have one yet, so have to give it the benefit of the doubt. And of course, no downtick. That'll mean something when we do get it. We don't have it now. And Apple, this one keeps on fighting. After a deep penetration yesterday, able to bounce some today. Not too shabby. Uptick on the MACD histogram, uptick on the Faststochastic, uptick on the CCI, and everything else pointing down. Should it get a bounce here? Yeah, it's into the long-term moving average bar. It made a new recent low just yesterday. Having it take a breather, no problem at all. And XLF, the financials as a whole, why not? They did pretty good today. Almost a spinning top. And looks like we're having a secondary reset underway. Stochastics moving up, CCI moving up, MACD histogram moving up, MACD moving sideways as the 14-day RSI moving average moves down. So this is cool too. And secondary reset will complete before the 14-day RSI moving average hits the bottom, in which case, even if everything else runs to the top, we should have a lower high new pivot at some point, whether it's here or whether it's up here or wherever it is. It should be a new lower pivot high, and that's excellent. Excellent. I think that's about it. There just isn't much to cover. Everyone's watching the debates tonight, so I guess a little pause day in the market is just totally fine. Oh, but I will point out what I really like at this moment. My favorite, MGM. Ultra cool. Talked about this in Vegas Baby over the weekend. Have this bearish ascending wedge. Potentially it's a bearish ascending wedge. I guess it's not proven, but it sure looks right. And it's inching ever so closely to busting out the bottom, which would be massively bearish, and definitely should take it down to the $10 area, sub $10 area, which would be very, very nice. I'm watching it like a hawk, and everything pointing down. Oh, I like it. I like it. So that's what I'm watching. I'm watching to jump on that bandwagon, and actually had a completely awesome thing happen today with the finishing a bearish cross of the on-balance volume, bringing on-balance volume and accumulation distribution into the red. We now have 4 reds, only leaving the volume price trend positive, but 4 out of 5 red, very, very poor, very, very shaky, and look how close it is to that breakdown. Excellent. I just really, really like that. I mean, it could bounce off of that, but I'm hoping if it does bounce, I'm hoping that it does bounce, that you'll see that, you know, touch, bounce, touch, hopefully just a little tiny minor little bounce, and then that'd be perfect. But if it just wants to go right now, that's fine with me. Alright, that's it, and tomorrow hopefully it'll be more exciting, and we'll just wait and see. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.